All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawashi, Yahawashi, Wahara Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostle elders, a great millstone, and salutations to Yakim, mother hopeful elect, scattered abroad. That's pushing this word in truth and sincerity. And I'm going into this whole thing concerning voting because Jake over here in America thinks that whether if they have Joe Biden in office rather than Trump, that this whole thing of Jake Jake suffering racial injustice here in this land is gonna change as to who's in office, which really can't be further from the reality that us Israelites were placed in being in this society. So really it doesn't matter who's in office, it's still gonna be with the same outcome because we're under these curses and we're in the land of our enemies. So therefore it doesn't matter if Trump stays in or if Joe Biden gets in, it's still going to be, you know, us being on the bottom and being at the mercy of our enemies until Yahawashi returns. So this is Deuteronomy chapter 17, starting at 14. When thou art come into the land which the Lord Yahweh thy power giveth thee, which right now, we're further away from, we're far away from our homeland. Our homeland is the land of Israel. Okay? We're not even a sovereign nation at this time. We don't have our own land to call our own right now. We've been dispersed throughout the four corners of the earth, with America being the main place of our captivity, and shall possess it, and shall dwell therein, and shall say, I will set a king over me, like as all the nations that are about me. And our king that's going to be set over us when this place is brought down is going to be Yahawashi. And he's going to set us to be joint heirs, to be rulership with him over these other nations. Okay? It says, thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord Yahweh thy power shall choose, one from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother. Okay? I mean, for one, you got two Edomites running this election, which is not of our brethren. It's still going to basically, whoever's in office is still going to basically uphold this system of Edomite or so-called white supremacy. Okay? And the scriptures plainly say, thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother. Okay? And Obama, the Hamite, didn't make anything better either. And even if he was a Jake, as some even brought out some years ago, which isn't true, guess what? He was still for, the upholding of this system, this system is still part of our oppression. This is Psalms 118, verse 8. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in princes. All right? For one, this government system was designed for these Edomites to prosper, not you Israelites. And to put trust in the princes or the governors of this nation, you're putting your trust in man, which means that you're not hoping for Yahawashi, who the world only calls Jesus Christ, to basically put you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and natives, on top of the world. Okay? So it's better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man. Okay? Because man will fail you every time. The Lord ain't gonna fail you if you got your faith and your trust in him. And, this whole world is gonna be passing away soon. Because we're in that time of prophecy where the Lord more and more is bringing this place further to its end. So this isn't, something that we, as the men of the Lord have our stock and our faith in, as far as another 8 years, another 4 to 8 years of this place going, regardless as to who gets back in office. This is Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 5. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from the Lord." All right, so there it is again. Cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm. All right. So it's best to trust in the spirit of Yahawashi, rather than man. Okay. For he shall be like the heath in the desert, and shall not see when good cometh, but shall inhabit the parched places in the wilderness, and a salt land, and not be inhabited. Blessed is the man that trusteth in the Lord, Yahawashi, in whose hope the Lord is. For he shall be as a tree planted by the waters, and that spreadeth out her roots by the river, and shall not see when heat cometh. But her leaf shall be green, and shall not be careful in the year of drought, neither shall cease from yielding fruit. So if you got your faith and your hope in Yahawashi, the times of tribulation that is to come, as far as, the all-out racial tension throughout America, this possible race war that's going to spark off, the time of the mark of the beast, which is the hour of temptation. If you got your faith and trust in the Lord, and if you of the potential members of the hopeful elect, or the 1/3, then you don't have anything to worry about, because the Lord is going to carry us and bring us through the time of this tribulation. Okay? But really, if you trusting in man or trusting in this government system, you are basically hoping in Egypt. Okay? Because America spiritually represents Egypt. All right? This is Isaiah 30:1. It says, "Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin." All right? Because the men out there that's prophesying and pushing this word and breaking down the prophecies of what's going on in this time, in this latter days, is declaring the counsel of the Lord, but 2/3 of our people, continue to shun the counsel of the Lord. They don't want to hear the counsel of the Lord because they're too attached to this world. All right? They don't want to come out of Egypt. Just like like last Egypt. You know, they were just like last Egypt. You know, when Moses had brought you Israelites out of captivity. Then you complained, you murmured and complained until the Lord had to pretty much do away with that previous generation and let the newer generation go into the land of Israel. Well, it's the same thing now. Now that we're waking up to our heritage, knowing who we are in this captivity, and the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi is calling us back, you got 2/3 of our people who refuse the counsel of the Lord by the mouth of his prophets and still want to be a part of this wicked system and this wicked kingdom, thinking that they have hope here in America. Okay, that's trusting in the shadow of Egypt. Okay, it says that walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust of in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. Okay, this place is known as spiritually Egypt. Okay, so you trusting in the shadow of Egypt instead of trusting in the counsel of Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi, you're not hoping for the day of our salvation. Okay. This is nope, that's not the precept I wanted. This is John chapter 17, starting at 9. I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine. All right, and you know that word world is talking about, I'm pretty sure in the Hebrew, in the Greek is cosmos, just like in John 3:16. Yep, cosmos. All right, which is talking about the world or the order of Israel. Okay, so Yahawashi was saying that he's not even praying for the whole nation of Israel, but just for, the elect of the nation of Israel that the Lord Yahweh has given to him. All right, because us who are of the hopeful elect, our hope is not in this world. Our hope is not for another 8 years or another 4 years to continue on, but for Yahawashi to set up the kingdom of heaven. All right, because we know that Yahawashi is the one who's going to be our deliverance. Okay? It says, all mine are thine, and thine are mine, and I am glorified in them. And now I am no more in the world, but these are in the world, and I have come to thee, Holy Father. Keep through thy own name those whom thou hast given me, that they may be one as we are. While I was with them in the world, I kept them in thy name. All right? And that's another thing, trusting and calling on the names of Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi, which is the true names of the Heavenly Father and the Son in the Hebrew, to call upon for salvation. Okay? As it says in Acts 4:12, none other name given amongst men whereby we must be saved. Okay? And the elect is going to call on that name in the time of our tribulation. As we, make our prayers and supplications to the Most High through Yahawashi even now. We're calling on him for our deliverance. It says, those that thou gavest me have I kept, and none of them is lost, but the son of perdition, that the scripture might be fulfilled. Okay? So all the elect is going to be delivered. Okay, 2/3 is going to be casted off. Okay, and now come I to thee, and these things I speak in the world, that they might have my joy fulfilled in themselves. I have given them thy word, and the world hath hated them, because they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. All right, because hey, let's get one other precept. As far as what Yahawashi said to Pontius Pilate, real quick. All right, this is John 18, verse 36. Yahawashi answered, "My kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, then will my servants fight, that I should not be delivered to the Jews. But now is my kingdom not from hence." So Yahawashi made a statement 2,000 years ago to Pontius Pilate, a Edomite over the Roman province at that time. When he was about to be crucified, he said, "My kingdom is not of this world." Why? Because the wicked is in rulership. Who is the wicked? These Edomites. Okay? As it was 2,000 years ago, so it is now. You know? We have ruling today, the Edomites, the wicked, the sons of perdition. Okay? But when Yahawashi comes back, his rulership, which is going to be established in righteousness, is going to be here on the earth. And that's the faith that we have. Okay? And we know that in this latter time that Yahawashi is soon to return to the earth. Okay? This is 2 Peter chapter 3, starting at verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night. All right, so it's going to come as an element of surprise to the majority, of our people that's not watching and keeping an eye out for the prophecies, that think the prophets that's pushing this word out there on the highways and hedges and putting up these videos, is just, talking bullshit, okay? Because it's just going to be like in the days of Noah, or any time where the prophets was on the scene and, you Israelites, shun the word of the Lord, all right? Y'all going to be caught off guard. It says, "In which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up." So with World War III on the rise, when those nuclear missiles is fired off, various parts of the world is going to be damaged and, melted with that fervent heat, which is them ICBM missiles. All right, so that's part of prophecy, okay? And to those that are of the hopeful elect, they're going to be delivered through Yahawashi coming, okay? That's how they're going to be delivered from that day of great destruction. It says, "Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?" So pretty much following this truth, working out your salvation with fear and trembling, and praying to Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi. Not hoping that whoever gets in, as far as this presidential election is going to make it better on you Israelites here in America. Okay? That's not our hope, because that's not of our salvation. Okay? And the curses of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, it said we shall have no ease. Okay? This is Deuteronomy 28, verse 65, and among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest, but the Lord Yahweh shall give thee there a trembling heart, and failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shalt have none assurance of thy life. Okay? And it's going to be that way all the way to the end of this kingdom, all the way to the end of Esau being in rulership. That's when you no longer are going to be subject to these Edomites reigning over you and ruling unjustly in your favor. You know, that's when you're not going to have to worry about being subject to Edomite supremacy or so-called white supremacy. Okay? So continuing on where I left off. It says, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. All right, and that's our faith and our hope as the hopeful elect. You know that Yahawashi is going to deliver us, and you know, once this destruction takes place, you know, once everything is set in order, you know, this earth is going to be like a new heaven and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness, because everything is going to be subject to Yahawashi, who's going to take his rulership here on the earth, and that's going to be our salvation. Okay, Yahawashi, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, a so-called black man, is going to come and crack them clouds, deliver his elect throughout the four corners of the earth, and set up his rulership. All right? And the elect is going to be joint heirs in that rulership over the rest of these nations. All right? So we already know that 2/3 of you is going to, you know, scoff and do what y'all want to do. But, you know, let trusting in the shadow of Egypt be your shame in that day. When you see that, you know, regardless as to who's put in office, that none of it is going to change. It's not going to get any better for you Israelites here. So your only hope is to come back to Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi and acknowledge yourself as an Israelite and repent. So with that, I say Shalom.